I'm Denise Hackett with the Smith County Chamber of Commerce, and we want to welcome you to the Smith County Chamber of Commerce Chamber Corner. And Jamie, can you believe it's December already?
No, but I do want to say Merry Christmas, everybody.
This is my co-host, Jamie Tedigo, and we have a wonderful program lined up for you today. There's a lot going on in December.
Yes, there is. A lot.
A lot of activities, but I love it. I love the atmosphere. But now, thank goodness, it's cooled down just a little bit, and there's a Christmas in the air. So
I know, it's so exciting this time of year.
it is. But Jamie, I just felt like I put my Christmas tree up last week,
I know.
and it was time to bring out this week.
I know. My grandmother always said, as you get older, time goes faster. So I think she's right. And I'm getting much older.
Yes,
too,
and you realize, but it's upon us, and a lot of people are spending money. They're buying Christmas
Good.
gifts.
Right here, I hope.
Well, today we have Mayor Michael Nesbitt with us, and we want to talk a little bit about the importance of spending your tax dollars in Smith County and why that is. I know we hear it all the time, Michael, about the importance of spending your money in Smith County, but explain. I don't think everybody gets the big picture as to the importance of why we need to shop locally and spend our money in Smith County.
Okay, be glad to go over that. And it is important for we as Smith County citizens to make sure that we spend our money here in Smith County. Every tax dollar that is collected here in Smith County actually goes to the state of Tennessee, and then it comes back to us as total collections. And we'll average somewhere between $295,000 to $340,000 per month in total sales collection. Now, those sales collections, they will be split up between the schools and the general fund, those kind of things. And I know a lot of that I know when I talk about the general fund and all those, that's not really well understood, but everybody understands about schools. The biggest portion of the sales tax revenue goes to the schools to help educate our children, also to pay the teacher salaries, and another portion of it actually goes to pay for our new schools that we built in 2001, 2002 area. We built new schools. Gordonsville High School, Smith County High School, a lot of the elementary schools were revamped and renovated. And a portion of that goes back. We have a $1.8 million a year payment on the school building. So a large portion of the sales tax goes to that also. And you know, before I took office, I don't know that I really understood the importance of it. And that's the reason I think it's a good idea to have this show today, is to let everybody know. I mean, just for example, in our own household, I used to tell my wife, you know, if you're shopping, try to shop at home. And she was working out of town, and she'd come back to 11, she'd stop at Kroger, she'd stop at Walmart or whatever, and buy the groceries and just come on home. And I kept saying, you know, you need to stop at the grocery stores in Smith County or Walmart in Smith County, because those tax dollars stay where they're spent. And there was actually some legislation that was trying to be passed a few years ago where you could tax internet sales. And along with that, they called it a situs, which meant it would follow wherever that sale, like D.T. McCall sold a couch and they delivered it to Wilson County. The sales tax went to Wilson County, even though it was sold here. But we kind of fought that pretty hard, because D.T. McCall and Son produces a lot of sales tax here in Smith County, and we were able to get that kind of defeated. It was on the bill and it kind of went away. So that's not going to affect us. But if that had happened, you can imagine what that would have done. It would have cost us probably $500,000 a year in sales tax revenue, maybe even more.
And not only does the sales tax revenue go toward our education system, but it goes toward, say for example, our fire departments and our fire engines, our ambulance service, and things of that nature. So it goes to our recreational facilities.
Yes, ma'am. Well, and understanding, though, of course, a lot of your sales tax is collected in the cities, like City of Carthage, South Carthage, and Gordonsville. That's where the most of your retail sales are, is in the cities. But then you have some of the stores out in the county too, but they all collect sales tax. And when you say that, when I talk about the general fund, in the general fund you have the sheriff's department, you have the ambulance service, you have all of the county offices regardless, so a portion of that money goes to the general fund. So essentially you could say sales tax help keep us safe, educate our children, make sure that an ambulance can get to us when we need. You know, we're having a heart attack, we want to make sure that the
A fire
ambulance
engine can get to your house burning down.
That's right, that's right.
And without those sales tax dollars coming into our county, you know, and when we shop outside the county, if I go to Lebanon to buy my groceries, I'm supporting the Lebanon education system, the Lebanon police departments, the Lebanon Sheriff's Department, their jails, their recreational facilities. And you know, a lot of times I hear people say, well, now in Putnam County, their teachers get paid, or Wilson County. Well, you know what? Where do you buy your groceries? If you go and buy your groceries in that county, you're supporting their government.
It's not that we're opposed to other counties only, but it take that, you know, but we are in Smith County, and that's where we need to focus our attention upon is those things.
And Michael, I know as well as you do, we can't buy everything that we need within our county, but I have become so much more aware of purchasing items from the Smith County businesses, the mom and pop stores, and from our local stores, because I didn't really fully understand, you know, how important that was. But there are a lot of things that we can buy in Smith County. There are many things that, you know, you just have to stop and think, just like what you told Leanne, you know, don't stop on your way home, stop when you get home.
Right.
And just that little bit makes a big difference.
And granted, just like you said, you can't buy everything in Smith County. I know and realize that, but there are a lot of things that we use on an everyday basis. And every time there's a storefront that's added, not only do we need those sales tags, but we also need to support that local shop because they employ our people.
That's right.
And you know, when I was in the auto parts business, I had about 6 people that worked for me.
Right.
And I was appreciative of every sale that I made. And I was glad people weren't going to another county and buying their parts somewhere else because it helped me to employ the people that I had. It gave them a paycheck, which they in turn spent money. Whenever the employees, when they pay their employers pay their employees, that that dollar spends many times.
It turns over
Sure.
many times within the county. And it goes back into the local economy.
Right. One thing I'd like to add to that before we get off that subject, but is, you know, with those sales tax dollars, I think that we try to do a good job with that, making people aware of that, but there's no doubt we can do a lot better. You know, one morning I got on the radio station and was talking about the local sales tax dollars and how to keep them home and how you can buy a lot of things in Smith County. Well, I started getting phone calls. Well, what do you think we buy in Smith County? If you really get to thinking about it, you can buy a large portion, probably 80 to 85% of what you use on a daily basis you can buy in Smith County.
Well, we
Would you
have
agree?
absolutely, we have grocery stores, we have convenience stores, we have dollar stores, we have feed stores, we have a wonderful hardware store that you could get just about anything that Lowe's has to offer. We have lumber companies that you could get just in about, you know, there again, in with Lowe's. But local businesses, they're the ones who invest in our community, and we need to invest in them. They're also the ones, Michael, that when our local community is having a fundraiser, whether it be school, whether it be any type of extracurricular or anything community oriented, they go to our local businesses and ask for a contribution. So we need to shop our community, and Smith County is our community, so we need to make sure that we invest in those that support us and support our community. But thank you, Michael, for joining
Shop
us.
Smith County.
That's right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We have a new chamber member, and
Yes.
we want to do a chamber member profile. We have Pat Nixon,
It's
and
good to have you on today.
Thank you.
Pat has a new business, and I'm very excited about it. They have joined the Chamber of Commerce. It's Express Employment Professionals.
That's correct.
And, you know, whether you're an employer or you're someone that needs a job, Pat's the person to go to.
That's right. We handle both ends of it.
Well, now, Pat, you and Christy, this Express Professionals is a franchise, correct?
It is. We are a franchise, which kind of gives us the best of both worlds. We get the benefit of being a mom and pop store, if you will. Our franchise does not dictate us. They do not tell us what to do or what not to do. We are privately owned, and the franchises are not traded on Wall Street. The same man that started it still runs the show. And but it gives us the best of both worlds, the aspect of you're going to deal with me, the buck stops with me. I'm not going to blame it on my district manager. I'm not going to have to call my regional manager if a problem arises. But at the same time, I have the resources of my corporate headquarters for my legal team, accounting. They're constantly keeping us updated on the changing things that affect a lot of companies with the employees now, with the insurance to new laws, new unemployment. I don't have to do that research myself because my corporate office does it for me without putting a monkey on my back and taking away some of the freedoms that small businesses do get taken away from them.
What area do you cover?
When we was going through this, we believed in it so much that there was an opportunity to buy Putnam County. And being born and raised and lived here and still live here in Smith County and serve on the city council, we believed in it big enough that not only did Putnam County need our services, but we went ahead and bought 9 counties.
Oh, wow.
And we bought Smith, Macon, Trousdale, Overton, Jackson, Pickett, Clay, Fentress, and Putnam. We did place our office in Putnam County because it is centrally located. It's kind of the hub of all the counties that surround us. A lot of people say, well, Pat, you bought a temp service. No, sir, that's not correct. We do temps. Yes, ma'am, we do that with a lot of folks, but we also do what we call evaluation hires. A lot of the companies now got hurt so bad when it came to the unemployment, when the crash came in 2008, that their unemployment went up so high they can almost not even afford to start hiring people back on when the economy is starting to pick back up. So that's what we come in with an evaluation hire. We can go in with these companies and take the employee for 90 days. And people go, well, Pat, for 90 days they don't get insurance. And there's another thing that makes us different. If somebody works for us, whether they're working on a 6-month assignment and we know there's an end date, or it's a 90-day eval hire to go on full time if the company likes them and they're not late, what have you, they can have insurance the entire time. That's not a temp service.
No.
Not only do they get health insurance, they get dental, vision, hearing, they get 401k, they get matching funds, they get paid vacation days.
My
And
goodness.
with that service, we have some folks that don't want to go full time.
Well, exactly, I was gonna say.
They're like, well, can I just stay on here because I don't get the dental when I go there? And it is a big difference. We also do what we call a direct hire that a lot of people don't realize. With our professionals in Cookville, we're working with the hospital we're doing doctors, nurse practitioners, and it's not, we're basically a human resource office for companies that don't have them or don't have the time.
And don't have the time.
And I really had never done anything like this before in my life, but the more we researched it, it just made good old-fashioned common sense. And it's sad that it's got to the point to where a company nearly needs to hire us to do that for them because they're going to take 3 or 4 HR people to do what we do for them for pennies.
Right.
And it's a great benefit, and we have a lot of our folks coming in now as it's starting to catch on that we're not a temp service. Coming and putting an application in with us is almost like applying at 14 companies at once. And if your skills and availability match up to a company that's hiring, I'm going to be in there selling you to their general manager before he looks at any of the applications.
So basically, you do the interview and you try to find them a job with
That's
the
correct.
right, and key them up with the right company, the right industry,
That's
with
correct.
their skill set.
That's exactly correct. And the cost of the things that people say, well, Pat, how do you get all that insurance when we can't afford to do that? As a franchisee, we've got 2.5 million employees. So we're going to get a real good discount when somebody comes to sell us health insurance. And that gives us a bigger flexibility to get better coverage at a lower cost. So I'm going to be able to provide insurance for the folks that's working through us at this plant or a doctor's office or what have you, cheaper than they're going to be able to afford. And I get them better coverage.
And so if you're a company or an industry that needs an employee, what's the process they go through there?
Well, they can call our office, they can go, I travel literally every day to all 9 of our counties. I visit some on what I would call a discovery call. I just stop and peck on the door, and that's worked great. And we've had folks now that are starting to learn about it calling our office, and that's a great thing too. The employees don't have to come into the office. I understand gas is over $3 a gallon. Times are tough. They can go online and put their application in. They will be responded to either immediately or if it's after hours the very next morning to confirm that we have their application. No one's going to be dropped through the cracks. You call us if you don't get an email back. That's going to be handled. A lot of the things that are with cost is the drug testing, that almost every company that we work with is mandatory.
Yes.
And it's also mandatory with us. Even if you're just going to be somewhere for a week painting a barn, you're going to be drug tested. We are ISO certified. We are the only company that is ISO certified.
That's wonderful. That's
But even if the company doesn't request it, we do drug testing.
Pat, if I wanted to apply for a job with you when I retire in a few years, seriously though, if I were to want to come to you and you find a job for me, would I pay you to do
No.
that, or?
That's another, the best thing of this, it doesn't cost the employee, the person wanting a job, it does not cost them 1 red cent, not one thing. The company will pay us because it's cheaper to pay us than it is their HR department. To staff 4 people in the HR department's around $250,000 a year.
Wow.
$250,000, not counting the office space or the office equipment. The insurance is going to have to be provided for those 4 employees as well. We can do this for them for pennies on the dollar. It does not, the person coming in the door, the job does not take a cut in pay because they went through us. In some cases, it's actually went up. But it will never go down, never at all. We don't set the pay scale at our clients at all. I don't want to scare any clients off or think, well, if I use them, they're going to set my pay for me. No, I don't do that. Nor does our company do that. But there is times they'll say, well, look, I'll need to have somebody in here to put this display up and put it up and tear it down. And the company's in California, and we pay $20 an hour. Well, that's great. They're paying a $20 an hour rate because that's what it does in California. And they pay that same rate all over the country. So therefore, if it had just been a store putting it up, it might have been an $8 an hour job.
Right. Well, and also, from an employer perspective, he was just telling me earlier of the company here in Smith County that he deals with, and just to tell you how fast they provide their service, the gentleman from this industry called him one day. He needed 10 employees. Pat had him 10 that next morning. And so that is wonderful and excellent service. I can't think of them needing, I mean, what more could you ask for?
Well, I knock on wood, that went really well. And we just, literally, I love to tell you there's a secret formula that we try to apply, but it's just hard work and sweat. Tell the truth, do what you're supposed to do, and people still respect that. We've kind of gotten away with that with a society, that there has to be this algebraic formula, and we're going to cut through the red tape. You want a job, you come see us.
Right.
And if you're having trouble with staffing your plant with folks, or your bank, or your hospital, if you're having trouble finding quality people, we can solve that for you, because we will screen all of that for you. And your average today in this economy, if a person posts one job, let's say on the internet, in the local paper, and the radio, 350 people is what's expected to apply for that. Now, do you have most folks don't have the human resources to accommodate that.
No.
I do.
Right.
You're going to stop productivity at your plant just to interview these 350 people. It's going to stop.
Or to look through the applicants just to weed out
That's
the
right.
ones you want to.
The drug testing cost alone would be phenomenal.
Right.
And then your HR department's going to stop. That's all they're going to do as far as insurance and other needs that they do on a day-to-day basis throughout their plant is going to come to a screeching halt over 1 or 2 jobs. I can't imagine what it would be if you were hiring, let's say, 15 or 20.
So regardless of your background, training,
That's right.
education level,
That's correct.
you have jobs for just about
That is correct.
anything.
And we have folks that from, sadly, have been at some of the plants for 20 years that come in that, with no fault of their own, the plant either closed or it just shut down.
He's a busy man.
And,
That's a good sign, folks.
Yes, it is.
and they have, and we have folks that have literally, maybe college didn't work out for them, and they're just now starting the job market. And we have jobs for them. We have folks with master's degrees. We have folks with just your standard BS that we place in jobs of their field.
Right.
It's not just for plants. We do banks and sales jobs.
Hospitals.
We do hospitals. We do even trade radiologies and things like that. They're all fields we do. We're not limited to, back in the 50s when this type of services started, it was literally just general labor. And we do got plenty of general labor, but we also have a lot of specifics: welders, machinists, CNC operators, things that the communities need. We've just taken what the companies need. These people had a need, these people had a want, they just need to be put together.
Right. Well, we're certainly thrilled to have Express Employment Professionals being a chamber member, and you're a chamber member because you do business in Smith
That's
County.
right.
You serve our industries, you employ people in Smith County, and we're thrilled to have you. If I know that anyone that needs your contact information, you're a chamber member, so you're listed on our website.
Yes, ma'am.
You could call the Chamber of Commerce at any time. You can stop in. We have your business cards. But if they want to get in touch with you at your office, how do they contact you, Pat?
Our phone number is 931-854-1900. You can also go to expresspros.com. You can put your application online. A lot of people are scared to do that because they think they're not going to be considered serious by going online. You are not penalized by doing that. It saves you gas. We will look over your interview and you will be contacted back, I can assure you. And you are not penalized by putting it online. Save your gas if you can. If you want to stop by our office, you're welcome to come in and put in your application. We're glad to do that for
Now,
you.
where are you located in Cookeville?
We're on Interstate Drive, better known as Restaurant Row. We're Old Charlie's and Logan's, and we're right across the street from John Deere. It's that simple to find. We've got 2 suites, over 3,000 square feet in our office.
It's a beautiful office. It's really nice.
We've got the girls on staff. My wife is there sometimes 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and we're glad to help any way we can. There's going to be questions. It's just not necessarily a new program. It's new to our area, but we are in 7 different countries. We're all over the country now. It's real big in the Northeast and out west. It's just now starting to come to the South. But I think it's something that will work here, especially as the economy starts to rise. A rising tide raises all boats, and we can help the employees and we can help the employers as well. Putting your application in with us is literally like going to 20 or 30 different places and putting your resume in.
Wow.
And a lot of people are looking for jobs right now because of the
Yes.
Christmas holidays.
That's right.
Extra income coming in, and then also there are businesses that need extra
That's right.
assistance and help during the holidays.
That's
So
exactly
you're a
right.
great contact to have for either, and we're so glad to have you today, Pat. So thank
Well,
you.
I
for
want to
joining
add one more thing before we cut loose. And I'm very proud to be from this area, and with the different businesses that I meet with in all 9 counties, including Smith, there's a lot of orders coming up right after the first of the year. We're probably going to have 60 to 70 jobs. These are not temp jobs. These are jobs that you can raise your family on with benefits for you and your family. Please come online. Please apply with us. They're very local, and we need your help, and the employers need your help, and we're glad to help with that.
And that's good to know. That's fabulous. But thank you for joining us.
Thank y'all for having me.
Denise, you know, we have our next guests that we have here, some of my favorite people, and one of my favorite places in Smith County, and that is the Smith County Senior Center. And we have with us today the director, Ms. Jan Johnson. Jan, welcome to the Chamber Connection. And we want you to tell us a little bit about what's going on at the Senior Center. I mean, I'm just overwhelmed just looking at all the activities. So tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Well, we have a lot going on at the Senior Center. We would like to welcome all seniors in Smith County to come to the center. It's for 60 plus, and we don't discriminate if you're not 60. We let you come also. We do bingo every day. We do card games every day. We have walking every day, a lot of recreation, just a lot of different things. And we go bowling twice a month, and we go to the movies once a month, and we just have a lot going on. We have a lot of exercise classes, rock and roll fitness that we do twice a week.
Now, who
every
helped you
Tuesday.
with that?
That was actually my program to begin with, but one of my leaders is working with them now.
Wonderful.
So,
Miss Daisy.
yeah. You know what? They've brought a bunch of people. Should we let her introduce everybody right quick
Please do.
before we get
And what
started?
I want them to say what they enjoy most about the senior
that'd be
centers.
great.
So
Let's
they
start
will
with that end.
introduce them.
This is Miss Sheba Holloman.
Hello, and I just enjoy going to the senior center to be with people and do everything that we all do.
This is Miss Mary Dillard that's behind me, which we call her Snowball.
Oh,
Okay, Snowball, tell us what you like about the senior center.
Well, I just enjoy going and being with the people, because I was just lonely at home and just getting away from home.
well.
I really
being
enjoy
good.
all the activities.
All the activities.
And this is Miss Charlene Canner.
Hi, everyone. Well, I, like everyone else, I just enjoy all the friends we've made and all the things we do and bowling and dancing and whatever. It's all a lot of fun.
Y'all do line dancing there too,
Yes, we
don't you?
do.
And
Yes, we
she's
do.
good, I've seen her dance.
Well, it's so funny because we took our youth leadership there one day, and the seniors taught our youth leadership how to line dance, and we had a
Good.
ball. It was fun. So I thought it was unusual, the seniors to teach, you know, the youth how to line dance, but buddy, we
That's
had a
true.
ball.
Who else have we got here?
We got Mr. Wallace Flatt.
Yeah, well, I enjoy going, like you say, they say, meeting people, and we play quite a bit of pool, got card games going, and I really enjoy going bowling, where we go bowling, have a good time, and get to eat out and all, that's the same day.
And this is his wife, Miss Hilda Wallace.
Hi, and I enjoy going over and being with everybody and playing cards. We like to play rook.
So y'all get some good rook games up
Yeah.
there. That's
We
wonderful.
enjoy that.
And on the end is Miss Faye Mobile.
Well, I'm like the rest. I enjoy, maybe just get to go 2 or 3 times a week, and it's good to be out, and mixing with people and going on trips that we go on sometimes. And it's, it's enjoyable for older people that maybe is not able to get out and it's lonely at home.
Well, I tell you what, I am so thrilled to have you all here, and they have mentioned a few things that go on, but tell us some more. Because I'm sure there are a lot of seniors out there that have probably never come to the senior center, and they're welcome to come. They just need to, they can get a ride up there. And,
Yes, we have van service that comes, and we also have some free van rides that if anybody'd like to give me a call, I'll let you know about it. And it will bring you to the center and take you back home, take you to the grocery store, take you to Walmart,
Well, you can't beat that.
No.
That
to
is
the doctor,
wonderful.
drugstore, wherever you'd like to go. Just contact me and I'll be glad to help. We have lunch every day. Every Wednesday we have free meals. We just do a lot. We just have a lot of things. We have a pastor's that comes on Fridays. And I'm looking at my cheat notes, I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
We have exercise classes with the Wellness Center. We have health programs at least twice a week, and we do blood pressure checks, blood sugar, thank you. And like the rock and roll fitness class, which we didn't miss that. And we also have once a month a painting class. We have a lady that comes out of Murfreesboro that does that. And we have a lady that comes does cards. How to make gift
Cards,
Yeah,
and
gift cards,
we do
yeah.
certain
Greeting
types
cards.
of art, and, well, craft classes too.
Craft classes on them. We do that, and like I said, we have potluck once a month. Everybody brings a covered dish, and we enjoy doing that. And we, of course, we have day trips, mystery trips, all sorts of different things.
How often do you do the trips?
We try to plan one every couple of months.
And they party there too. Now, they
Oh,
have a
yes.
Christmas party coming up. I'd
We
say it
have
would be a lot of
actually
fun.
2 Christmas parties
Oh, my
coming up.
goodness.
We've got one on December the 19th at 11. We're having a Christmas lunch, which is Robbie's Catering Service is going to cater it, but it costs $10. And Don and Barbara Canaples are going to be coming and doing some singing and bringing a message for us. And so if anybody would like to come, they just need to call me and let me know by December the 12th. And so that's something we got going on that day. Then on Friday, December the 21st at noon, we're having a Christmas party. Well, we've got the children from the choir of United Methodist Church coming.
Oh, how neat. Oh, that'll be great. I think it's so important to include youth, like you were talking about with the youth leadership,
Yes.
to get to know the things. You all have a wealth of wisdom that you can teach these children, so I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, we've got that planned for right now. And then, of course, like we have more things through the year, that we'll be planning as it goes. And then also in the summer, we're going to Niagara Falls in Canada, June the 2nd through the 8th.
Oh,
7
sign
days.
us up, Jamie.
Wow.
I've never been to Niagara Falls.
There's our And it's only $579 a person, and of course, it has to be
My
double
goodness.
occupancy in it. And it's, of course, I said 7 days, 6 nights, and I think there's like 10 meals included.
Oh
in
my
that.
goodness.
Well,
So-
I don't think you could ever go any cheaper than that.
And I tell you, this would be a fun group to go
They
with.
sure would.
They
You
are.
would have a ball with this
They are.
group. It wouldn't be, it'd be a live wire all the time, I would think. It'd be fun.
You know something else too, Jan, that I was thinking, if you used to years ago go to the senior center, over the last, how long have you been in the new building?
11, well, we've been in the new building 4 years.
4 years. If you haven't been to the senior center in the past 4 or 5 years, now's the time to come because there is a beautiful center there. Lots of it's just beautiful. That's all you can say. And it's so different from what we used to have.
Yes, it's
So
we're in a mansion now.
You
Yes,
are. And
that's
tell
right.
everyone that may not know where it's located or how they can get in touch with you, Jan.
We're located at 120 Pauline Gore Way on Highway 70. We're in the senior center complex. It's on the left-hand side right across from the old hospital.
And if someone wants to contact you,
615-735-0560, and just ask for Jan Johnson.
and if they need a ride,
If they need a ride, they can just contact me or contact UCHRAs with it. They'll get the same number. They get the same person with the same number, so,
right.
and the transportation department, right.
Well, you know what? I think these folks have a better social life than I do.
I know they do more than me. I know they do.
certainly do a lot. I'll be retiring in a few years. I'll come and play with you all. You know, so.
It's a fun group to be around. When we've gone out there with the youth leadership, there's always a good crowd there. Like he said, there's a pool game going on most of the time. There's a card game going on. There's some type of art and craft going on. So it is just a fun place. And every time I've gone, I'm thinking, I wish I didn't have to leave here.
Yeah,
So,
we've enjoyed the kids coming because they don't like to leave. They want to stay up there and line dancing. So.
yes, they do. But it's a wonderful place. And Jan, you do a fabulous
Yes.
job.
Okay.
Hats off to you.
And you've got some good helpers too.
I do.
You really do. Wonderful folks.
They've taught me a lot.
They certainly can.
Well, thank you for joining us today, Jan.
Thank you.
Thank all of you for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it.
You know, this is my favorite time of the year, and one of my favorite things to do, Denise, is to go around and look at all the Christmas lights. I mean, my sister and I do that together all the time. That's one of the fun things in my life. But anyway, Smith County has something going on. Tell them about the Festival of
Well,
Lights.
I'm so excited because I'm like you, Janie. I can remember when I was a little girl, and we would all load up in the car and with my parents, and we would all drive around Carthage, Smith County, and look at the beautiful Christmas lights. And it just gets you in the Christmas spirit. And Janie, some of our homes here have gone above and beyond. They're just absolutely works of art.
Yes, for
And
sure.
they're fabulous, and it does get you in the Christmas spirit. Well, our Smith County Chamber of Commerce Tourist Development Committee, along with our Smith County Hometown Christmas event, this is a part of that, has decided to do the Smith County Festival of Lights. And so what that is where people that have decorated their homes, we're going to have a little contest. And there's different categories. There's the business category. There is just strictly for businesses and churches and things of that nature. And then there are different themes, like there's a traditional theme. There is more of a religious theme, and there's several different categories. But you can pick up your applications. You could do it at your home. I could do it at my home. There are different types of categories that you would fit into. But you can get your order forms here at the Chamber of Commerce or at the Timberloft. It costs you absolutely nothing, but you will win great prizes. And you have to pick your order form up, and they have to be turned in by December the 12th. The judging will take place on December 15th, and all we ask you to do is to keep your lights on, I think from 5 until 9 p.m. each night, so that, because what we're going to do is
Till 10 p.m.
Till 10 p.m. Okay, I don't have my readers on, so but what we're going to do is we're going to have a map, and we're going to have it here at the chamber. It's going to be on our website so that people can see where all these businesses are. So it will be available to the public to go around. We will have a sign stating that you are the winner and what category in your yard. And so they can go around, not only see who wins, but who entered the contest. So it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing to do, to be a part of. You've decorated your house, so sign up so you can win prizes.
Oh, I just love it. And again, it doesn't cost you anything. And if you're going to go to all that trouble to put up those beautiful lights and make everything look so pretty, why not let everybody enjoy it?
And let everybody know about it.
I know it. That's
So-
exactly right.
And Janie, we have some more things going on this December. Up in Granville, I know they
Yes,
have
we do.
a month chock full, and they already
Boy,
have
they
had a
do.
lot of things that's taken place.
Let me tell you just a little bit about the Granville, Christmas in Granville. And you know, Granville is actually in Jackson County, but we've sort of adopted it because it's really closer to us than it is to them, if that makes any sense. But we have a whole lot of folks from Smith County that are from that area, so we like to promote them. And let me tell you a little bit about what will be going on there. Now, first of all, there's lots of great shopping that all of us could go do. Sutton General Store has, if you haven't been there, you need to go, don't they, Denise? It looks like you're stepping back in time, literally. And also the Granville gift shop and bed and breakfast. They are open from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 12 until 3 during the week, and on Saturdays from 12 until 5. And the Sutton General Store is open from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday from 12 until 8 p.m. And you know what's really neat is they are having a winter wonderland at the Sutton Homestead this year. If you haven't been to Granville over the past year or so, they have just opened the old Sutton Homestead, which is across from the Granville Methodist Church. And this year they're having a winter wonderland. And so you'll need to come and see that. The Winter Wonderland is open Wednesday through Saturday from 12 until 3. And if you would like to book a party, they actually will be taking your names and you can get your reservations in. You need to do it right away because I was under the impression last week that they are booking up quick.
They are.
So they need to call, and you can call the Sutton General Store at 931-653-4151, and they will be glad. And if you were to get the answer machine, Peggy will call you back. She's very good about that. Now, as far as the Granville Country Christmas goes, that will be held on December the 8th from 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. Let me tell you, Denise, about some of the neat musical things that will be going on, and I do have my readers now. Winter Wonderland performances are at 11 and 3, and a traditional Christmas musical featuring Debbie and the Doo-Wops
I hear they're
at
great.
1 p.m.
I hear they're wonderful.
There's going to be an antique toy show. What fun is that? I would love to see that. The Festival of Trees will be going on. The Winter Wonderland exhibit again at the Sutton Homestead. There will also be several children's events. So you'll want to bring your children, your grandchildren, nieces, nephews, because Santa will be there. He'll have his workshop there. There's going to be inflatables there, a train, and Rhodey, the big red mule, will be there. So lots of things for children to do as well. Now at 2 o'clock, Denise, they'll have their Christmas parade. And so you'll want to be there because right after that they're having the tree lighting, Christmas tree lighting, and oh, it's just so much fun. They do have a guided Christmas walking tour as well that you can go on, and they'll be telling you about different stops you can see there along the walking trail. They have the Old Time Music Hour, which they typically have on Saturday nights anyway, but they've also got a Christmas bluegrass show that will be going on. Now, some of the Christmas bluegrass dinner shows include Tom Brantley and Missionary Ridge on December 1st. On December 8th, Denise, there will be the Ballinger Family Band. On December 15th, the Catoosa Canyon. And December 22nd, the Rigneys. And December 29th, so you can even book after Christmas, Newtown will be there. And you know what? Best of all, they have great Southern country cooking for Christmas.
They do. We did that last year with my family and went to the dinner show, and you know they have the bluegrass afterward. of course, they're taping it for the radio broadcast. It was wonderful, and it was just a great event. My kids had not been to anything like that, so it was really good. And I like to mention that they're chamber members, and
Yes.
so we're glad to and happy to support them, and because a lot of people, and you know, they do business in Smith County too, and they're just, it's a wonderful place to go. They have activities not just now during Christmas, it's all year through. So there's almost always something going on. They have a wonderful website that you can visit with them there.
Yes.
And of course, they're chamber members. We promote them on our Monday morning memo and our newsletter. So we always try to have something on there of their activities that's going on too. It is a fun place. There's a lot of activities going on in December, Jamie.
And you know what else? If you haven't been there in a few years, every few months or years, I know every year, they have added something new. So if
Yes.
you haven't been in a few years, you need to go and you need to experience the little town of Granville, because they have done, their committees there have done some amazing things to bring tourism to the community. And again, it's several small businesses. And in the economy like it is, I think it's so important to patronize small businesses. And we're inviting you to come out to the Granville Country Christmas. Again, that's December 8th, but they've got other things going on too. So if you need more information, the best thing to do is call the Sutton General Store, and that number again is 931-653-4151, and if you get the answering machine, just leave a message and they will get back with you. But boy, I tell you what, there's so much going on. What have you got?
Well, let me show you what I have. And you were talking about supporting. These are Christmas ornaments. And the Heritage Museum, for many, many years, is a fundraiser for the Heritage Museum, made these Christmas ornaments. Now, last year, they didn't have a Christmas ornament. And I know that many people stopped here by the chamber to say, oh, I missed my Christmas ornament. This year, their ornament is the 2012, and it goes along with the Civil War sesquicentennial. And it is Colonel W.W. Wardhome Place. And it is a beautiful ornament. And these ornaments, they have a specific look. Every year they have the same look, but they feature somewhere different in Smith County. You know, I know one year it was the courthouse, one year it was the bridge. They've done so many of these ornaments. And if you didn't get one in the past, they have some left over from the previous years. So now this one is a 2011, and it's W.M. Orange General Merchandise, which is in Stonewall. And
If you're a history buff, wouldn't these be neat? Or if you know a history buff, wonderful, wonderful gift idea.
it is a great gift idea. It is something that means something on your tree. I love my Christmas tree, to put the ornaments on and remember something about that ornament. There's something special. Not only who gave it to you, but what the ornament represents. And what a better way to fill your tree with something that's representative of Smith County. And these can be purchased at the Heritage Museum, as well as here at the Smith County Chamber of Commerce. Now, Jamie, you can get these ornaments. They're $10 each, or you can buy 2 for $18. So it's a wonderful gift for someone, like you say, that's a history buff, someone that is a real Smith County native. But you know what's even better? If you have a relative that lives away, but you still live here, and you like to send them something, or if you have relatives that maybe sometimes you make them a basket just from Tennessee, what better of an idea than to put a Smith County ornament in there? So these can be, you can purchase them at the Smith County Heritage Museum or here at the Smith County Chamber of Commerce. Wonderful
What a neat
Christmas idea. And also, it's for the county. You know, it goes to the Heritage Museum. So,
And you know, they rely on a lot of donations, and this is one way for them to raise money. And you would be surprised at the people that come through wanting to come to the Heritage Museum.
that's a fabulous place.
So we need to again, support local business.
Support local businesses.
You know, we've been talking a lot about Christmas. I think we've got something coming up on Christmas Eve, don't we?
We do. We absolutely do. This is an annual event. I have never had the opportunity to attend because we always have something going on family oriented. I have heard nothing but rave reviews, and I don't know if you have ever had the opportunity to attend, but on Christmas Eve at 10 o'clock, there's an acoustic Christmas musical that goes on, Terry Lynn Weaver and Friends. And it is a Christmas musical candlelight that goes and takes place on the second floor of the Smith County courthouse and of the historic courthouse,
Of
the
course.
one on the square. But they have different musicians that will come. It's all acoustical. They bring their instruments, and I've heard that it's just the most wonderful, sweet. You know, I love candlelight music, and on Christmas Eve, so I think it would be a wonderful event to be able to
yes.
attend. And that's once again on Christmas Eve at 10 p.m. on the second floor at the Smith County Courthouse. And if you need more information on that, please don't hesitate to call the Chamber of Commerce.
No tickets they have to buy, no tickets,
No,
just call for
tickets, no
information.
RSVP. You can show up that night, but if you need more information, you can contact us here, as well as any of the information. We had a lot of information here today, Janie.
Yes,
so
we did. By the way, tell them your phone number here.
the telephone number is 615-735-2093. And I know with DTC TV, this reaches not only Smith County.
That's
So
right.
we would like our visitors from the other counties to come and join us to either look at our Festival of Lights, go through our Heritage Museum, come and go to Granville, and spend some time with us and look at what Smith County, we have the courthouse decorated beautifully, see our community Christmas tree, and we welcome you to come to Smith County. And Janie, it's going to be a busy month. I just wish everyone Merry Christmas, and thank you for joining me today.
Yes, thank you so much. Merry Christmas.